Now we're live.
We're live. Are we live?
Mollie is like a kid as we're on a road trip going like, are we there yet? Are we live yet? Like, I got buttons to push.
Everyone look at my sweater. It says, what does it say? Galaxy's greetings.
You don't know what your own sweater says. Okay, a lot going on in this stream. We're going to finish The Child, I assume, if Mollie can build fast enough.
There's like 2 small bags left.
It's also Advent calendar season, and I haven't opened up December 1st yet. I kind of figured maybe I would just save all of them every week for the Lego stream. So we'll build December 1st and 2nd here. And if that all goes by really fast, I could build a land speeder too. But we also, viewer named Nate sent these to us from Seattle.
The brewery is called Reuben's Brews.
And this beer is a hazy India Pale Ale called A Fistful of Beskar. Hide your face.
It's only going to focus on one.
Hide your face.
I am. You hide your face. Is it?
I'm excited. Yeah, it focused.
Okay.
And then it stopped.
There's a glare anyways. So thank you, Nate.
Yeah, thank you, Nate.
For enabling us.
We haven't tried it yet. Hey, Hilo.
Giving us a good time. Oh wait, we were going to try it at the same time.
Well, I didn't know you had to wipe it off clean.
No.
You germaphobe.
Well, in this day and age.
Loser, germaphobe. I like it.
Tastes hazy. We're fans of IPAs in general,
Yeah.
so it's hard to
Okay, Hilo.
not please us.
Hilo's dragging his blanket in. Okay, he's fine. We'll move this for now.
All right.
But yeah, there we go.
How are you guys? Welcome to the stream.
This is why everyone said Mollie and Alex should race to see who builds faster, and you're just sitting here.
We just got started.
It's a Lego building stream.
We just got started.
This is my job. My job is to be the chatter, and you're the builder.
All right, go for it. Try and be as charming as me.
I can't. Well, try to build as good as me. Mm-hmm. We're trying to branch out.
This is different from... Usually I have all the pieces over here. Hold on. Can you hear Hilo
tearing up a blanket. That's good. It's his blanket at least.
Okay. Is this too far away?
Just speak up.
I'll try.
Harry Stanley can't stay long because it's late there. Yeah, over in the UK. Well, thanks for stopping by. Oh my gosh. Hilo, chill. Already got a super chat from Ted Comet as per usual. Thanks so much, Ted.
What's up, Ted?
In the story Disney's Aladdin, it's based off of Jafar. In the story Disney's Aladdin is based off of, Jafar had a different name he shared with a now famous planet in Star Wars. What was it? Huh.
Mustafar?
That's a good guess. I like that.
That's my only guess.
I don't think I can. It's probably not Dantooine or Alderaan or Coruscant. Yeah, Mustafar sounds good.
That could also be like a trick question. You'd think it was Mustafar, but really it's...
Well, Tatooine.
Yavin.
Tatooine is a real place in Tunisia. It's spelled differently. So
Hilo.
Okay, Hilo. Hold on.
He is just tearing up this blanket.
Hilo? You have so many things you could chew on.
So earlier we were filming the Q&A, and he brought like 3 different of his bones in here to chew, which we don't we try not to let him do that when we're doing the Q&A because it's annoying to hear in the background. Live streams, it's fine. So
It's not fine. It's just there's nothing we can do about it.
We kept taking them away, and eventually he laid down and was very good. But now he's out for revenge.
It's a little antsy. Yeah, I'm trying to see if Mustafar is the correct answer. Sam B, I've not seen Lord of the Rings in 4K yet. We just got it. Maybe I'll
gonna watch it sometime soon.
I don't know. We wind up watching it on Christmas a lot. Mm-hmm. And people were having this discussion like, is Lord of the Rings a Christmas movie? And it's not, but like Star Wars, they came out on the holidays, so I do have a strong association with them and Christmas.
It's a feel-good movie, and I remember watching them around the holidays because all my friends were busy doing family stuff, and I was just at home, not doing anything really. But yeah.
Hilo's solution was to take the blanket to another room, and he's still tearing it up, but that's fine.
What else was I gonna say? Oh, it's also just a good movie to watch when you're trying to digest all the food that you've just eaten. Well,
and people tend to have time off, and they're long, so you can just sit down and watch them all. We did the thing a few years. It's probably like almost 10 years back now.
A long time.
We did the thing where you sit and you watch all 3 movies in a day, and we made all the Hobbit meals, and that was super fun.
But we were full after
we definitely fell asleep during
11 Z's.
I didn't fall asleep during any of the movies, but some friends did.
I fell asleep during Return of the Jedi. Or Return of the King.
I do look forward to watching them. I'm also waiting for my Star Wars 4Ks to get here. Best Buy is dragging their feet. Kermit the Pog, thanks so much for your super chat. Thoughts on an Ahsoka spinoff? I'd watch it. And where's Rex? Yeah. Classical, like we shoot the Q&A and then one of the questions pops up. So preview. I definitely hope that it's a spinoff that they're setting up and not like more things for the Mandalorian itself to do. Mm-hmm. Only because the Mandalorian already feels pretty busy for a show that only has 8 episodes per season.
Yeah.
Like we already barely see Moff Gideon, which is fine. Like they tease him enough, I feel. But if we're also going to throw Thrawn into the mix, it's like I feel like that balance is going to get more and more out of whack. But if they're setting up an Ahsoka series where like she and Sabine are fighting Thrawn or something, I'm all for that.
Yeah, I'd be down. I'm definitely warming up to the idea of live action Thrawn and what he would look like, who would play him.
I think my first choice is actually probably Lars Mikkelsen. I mean, everyone always throws around like the Benedict Cumberbatch, the Tom Hiddleston, anyone with the cheekbones, and I for sure get that. But Lars does the voice, and anytime they can do something like Bo-Katan and Katie Sackhoff, I'm like, yeah, let's do that. He'll probably look a little different when you translate him to live action, but so did Ahsoka, and I'm fine with that. And where's Rex? I don't know, hanging out with Sabine.
Yeah. Or maybe he's with Hera?
Maybe. I mean, that
he's technically supposed to be at the Battle of Endor, and Hera was there.
Yeah, but this is 5 years later, so
maybe they're BFFs.
They're still on Endor. Filoni did suggest that the epilogue of Rebels takes place after Chapter 13.
Suggest meaning like he alluded to.
He was like, I don't know, it's possible it could be after, maybe.
We after we talked about it a couple of times, we thought, yes, okay, this is, or no, wait, we talked about it being before.
The epilogue of Rebels? Right, when did we talk about that? I mean, we talked about both options before that interview came out, and then Dave Filoni was saying that it's possible that epilogue could take place after The Mandalorian, and to me that feels like even for Dave Filoni, I'm like, that sounds like he's basically confirming it.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I got the two mixed up.
So, part of me wants to say maybe she just hasn't gotten in touch with Sabine and Rex yet, but she's talked to Bo-Katan, so there's that too. I don't know exactly what the timeline of events is here.
Where is this piece?
Colton Roberts, thanks so much for the super chat. Who is your favorite EU character to not be brought into canon so far? And Colton's is Mara Jade. She is the best EU character. Do you want to start with that one? Who's the best EU character that hasn't been brought into canon yet?
The Jedi Hutt.
What? Okay. I thought... didn't we just talk about this and you were just talking about Mara Jade?
Yeah. I can change my mind.
Okay. Now it seems like you're being contrarian.
No, is he asking what we would want?
Who is your favorite EU character that hasn't been made canon yet?
Well, I don't want Mara Jade to be canon.
That's not what he's asking.
All right.
It's like we literally answered this exact question and you said Mara Jade, and so I threw it to you and now you're just messing with me.
Fine.
We switched seats. It's all out of whack.
Mara Jade, but also the Jedi.
Beldorian the Hutt.
Yes.
He's your favorite? What's your favorite aspect of his story?
Second favorite, I suppose.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite book that he's in?
the Beldorian?
Uh-huh.
It's hard to call favorites for the books.
You don't remember the title? Any of the titles? Just name one.
It's been a while, Maybe. You don't tell me what to do.
Honestly, I don't think... Is he in Children of the Jedi? I don't think I can remember which titles he was in. Mm-hmm. I was thinking you would just make up a title and I would roll with it.
Oh.
Remember when we took improv classes?
Well, it's coming to me.
Okay.
Come back to me.
Our improv lessons have it's all just fallen out of our heads.
Gone.
It's been almost a year since we've taken them because of the world. My favorite EU character that's not canon yet.
What's up with that?
That's a good one.
That's what it's called. That's the book.
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
I think I talk about Gavin Darklighter a lot, kind of as a joke. But if I could choose, I'd probably pull in someone like Corran Horn. I'm a sucker for pilots.
Prince Shizor.
Did you see Brian Ward's Photoshops today?
Mm-mm.
Very funny. So Brian Ward does all of the poster art for the Schmodown and stuff. He's very good at Photoshop, but he did Mandalorian character posters, but did one for Bosch, but Leia as Bosch, which was Allison Brie, Bradley Cooper as Dash Rendar, Chewbacca, but disguised as Snuvo with the buzz cut, and he did The Rock as Prince Shizor.
Oh, no.
And I guffawed. It was very funny.
You guffawed.
I guffawed. That's the only word I can think to describe the noise that I made. So go look at Brian Ward's Twitter for a good laugh. But yeah, I think I'll go Corran Horn for my favorite Legends character that hasn't been canonized. Talon Card's a good one. And it so many to choose from between characters that were made by Zahn and Stackpole. Dash Rendar technically is canon. A lot of people rag on him, but I do have a soft place in my heart for him.
Dash Rendar,
he feels like he would fit into the Mandalorian. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think so. He's in that book, Tales from Vandor, or he's vaguely mentioned.
Yeah,
but his name is in there.
He is technically canon, yes, very technically.
This is gonna I'm going a little bit slower on this one because the pieces are tiny and there's so many.
Charles Grubb, thanks for the super chat. Are either of you members of the 501st? We are not.
Nope. I did.
You easily would be closer than I would.
Yeah, I made a pretty solid Mira Jade cosplay, but didn't do anything to try to get it approved because I was afraid.
I mean, they are pretty strict.
Yeah.
It's not just like a put together a Mara Jade cosplay. It's no like which Mara Jade look are you doing and how closely does your costume match.
Right. And I don't like being disappointed, so I'll just stay away from that.
We should get kits for AT-AT drivers though. Pilots.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean,
only if Veers gets a
Veers watch.
Yeah, Veers watch gets
Hilo says hi. It's been a while, huh? You've been pretty chill for these streams lately.
Oh, boy stretch.
Oh, big boy stretch.
Big boy stretch.
Good boy, good boy.
Stomped on the...
Oh, yep. Well.
Right.
I don't know. It's like I've never been super into cosplay. When I dress up at conventions, I much more go for the something goofy or easy and comfortable.
Yeah.
So Stormtrooper armor does not look to be any of those. Okay, don't chew on my chair, Hilo. Rebel Legion, though, I might want to join that someday because flight suit.
Yeah. I mean, you've got a good-looking helmet.
I sure do.
So.
And they even say...
you can grow the mustache.
There is that, but they also say on the website that a fake mustache is acceptable for any Biggs cosplay. Good boy. Okay.
You wouldn't have to wear a fake one because I could draw one on you that looks pretty legit. What a sweet boy.
The stream, Hilo.
What a sweet
Bones
boy.
McCoy, thank you for the super chat. Grogu. He just said Grogu. I just want to see Mollie's reaction. Okay, Hilo, you're getting to be a little unruly.
Where?
I think he just wanted to see your reaction to the name.
I've warmed up to the name the more I've used it. So, like I've said, I have Grogu on my sweatshirt. I said in the tweet, we're building Grogu. It's, I don't know, the day that episode came out, I was like, that's not sitting well with me. But that's his name. Can't change that. So, I'm okay with it.
It's one of those things where, it's a very Star Wars name. I think if I were to see another Yoda species member on the Jedi Council and a reference book told me, and his name is Grogu, I'd be like, great. It's just that when you go for 13 episodes without knowing the child's name, and they're very insistent that this is called the child, and you get used to that, or Baby Yoda, of course, you kind of like get these expectations built up. And I mean, I had been saying on Q&As for a year that I was like, I don't think they're going to name him, because it feels like no matter what the name is, there are going to be people who go like, Well, and we both kind of had that reaction, but it's just it's not a bad name. It's not bad storytelling.
I feel like Jon Favreau said early on that he did have a name.
Yeah.
That one day we would learn it.
Actually, I think Bob Iger said that. I feel like it was someone that wasn't part of the story team that said that, like, oh yeah, I know the baby's name, and everyone's like,
Daddy Disney.
Daddy Disney
dropped a big old bomb.
Oh, come on, Daddy Disney.
But it's funny, like, we also heard early on that Jon Favreau didn't like the fact that everyone was calling him Baby Yoda, but if you watch the most recent Binging with Babish episode where he makes the little blue macaroon Star Wars cookies, Jon Favreau's in that episode, and he calls him Baby Yoda, and I was like, oh, he warmed up to it.
I had a friend just text me and ask if there's a way to fix audio real fast like that time I messed up my audio, and
Ooh.
I've done that more than once. Red Tornado 98, thank you for the super chat.
What's up, Red Tornado?
Do you have any favorite Christmas songs? Mine is Last Christmas, and Not Another Christmas Song by Blink-182.
Last Christmas.
I always see the meme every year of like, see how long you can go without hearing Last Christmas, but specifically the one by Wham. Covers are okay.
Yeah.
But
favorite one of all time?
I tend to like the older I get more into like the lounge kind of songs, the more jazzy.
Yeah.
Like Seth MacFarlane has a really nice Christmas album. So like the Christmas song is good, but anything they sing in White Christmas, honestly, is really nice.
Aww.
Maybe I'll say White Christmas.
Proud of you.
I love White Christmas. Mollie was the first person to show me White Christmas, and it's a great movie.
Yeah. It's hard for me to not say the Mariah Carey song, but that is one that gets played so often. I will say one of my favorite ones is Judy Garland's "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." Just because Judy Garland is top tier. She can do no wrong.
Jake Berlin's here. What's up, Jake?
What's up, Jake?
Thanks for the super chat. Trivia: what other religious relic makes an appearance with the Ark of the Covenant and Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls hangar scene?
What? That's one we haven't seen in quite a while.
Good question.
This sounds like something Jake just learned and he wants to
He wants to shame me. Because I don't know, unless you're talking about, I mean, technically, I would guess the alien that they find is a religious relic of sorts, if you want to go that way. But that's probably not what you are looking for. Is it the
Ten Commandments?
Well, technically, they're inside the Ark.
Oh.
They're supposed to be, but they turned to sand, I suppose.
Poor craftsmanship.
I mean, they're thousands of years old.
No excuse.
But no, I do not know the answer to that.
Take a gander.
I'm trying to watch. Take a gander?
Take a guess. You just don't want to be wrong.
No, I don't know. Oh, Moses' staff. Interesting.
Moses had a staff?
Mm-hmm. I'll have to go look for that. I was pretty disappointed. So we got the PS5.
So when he parts the ocean, does he do the Gandalf?
That's how he does it in The Prince of Egypt and the Ten Commandments movie.
I haven't seen those. Not familiar. But
they're good.
You...
The Ten Commandments is...
shall not...
pretty insane.
You shall let us pass.
You shall pass. We shall pass, I guess.
Yeah.
Ten Commandments, for when it was made, has some crazy effects. But I was disappointed that there's no Indiana Jones 4K yet. We got the PS5, and that was basically what I was waiting for. I was like, I'm not going to get a 4K player until we can just get a PS5 that'll do it.
Yeah.
That's our PS4 has been our Blu-ray player primarily for this whole time. So got the PS5, got the Lord of the Rings 4K. I ordered all the Star Wars 4Ks long ago, and they're not here yet. I got to get on Best Buy. I'm honestly annoyed. I want them.
Are they out yet? Like, did you pre-order them or?
No, they've been out.
Oh.
Like that Skywalker Saga set, and then I got Solo and Rogue One separate. Red Tornado 98, thanks for another super chat. It says, I'm the same with the Middle Earth movies. They give off a cozy feeling. Yeah, they're just like being hugged by cinema. Also, all that Hobbit food, that always makes me feel happy. Ted Comet, thanks for the super chat, just says, good job, Molly.
What'd I do?
I think it was Mustafar. I think he was smart. You're smart.
Smart.
Ray Mueller, thanks for the super chat. Good to see you. Says, love you guys. Hope you have a nice, relaxing holiday planned later this month. I don't know. We'll see.
Once Mandalorian is over, we might be able to relax.
And even then, it's like, I feel like the week or 2 weeks after the Mandalorian, it's like, we'll probably still be talking about it. We've just kind of shifted our holiday season to, like, January.
Yeah. Which is when all the High Republic stuff's going to be here.
That's true. But I feel like it'll be lower stakes.
Not complaining.
No, I'm like so excited about the High Republic, and I know a lot of people are, but it's not nearly as involved as doing Mando content is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm loving doing the Mando content. It's so nice to wake up and know that you're going to be busy all day on Friday and be like excited for something new. And like so far, I feel like every episode this season, the more we talk about it, the more we like it, or at least that's how I feel. So
it's very energizing.
Yeah.
Which and this year just was obviously weird, and like a bunch of stuff got delayed. We were supposed to be in the middle of the High Republic right now, and then that got moved. So like there was just this dead zone in the middle of the year, and now to be back at a mode where it's like, yes, we have a lot. And then I feel like next year's going to be pretty much the same. We'll probably get some Bad Batch, and then we'll have the Mandalorian again, and we'll have the High Republic. But then 2022 is probably going to be nuts. Because I wouldn't be surprised if that's when we'll have the Mandalorian, we'll have Cassian, we'll have Kenobi.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have Celebration.
Oh
the Bad Batch will be going. Like, we're going to have a lot going on in 2022.
I'm going to hug every single person I see at the next celebration, if it's safe to. Because I want my celebration. I want it. Give it to me.
I do too. Brendan Bozar, thanks for the super chat. Says Legolas is my favorite of all of Santa's elves. I think Elf is my favorite elf.
Yeah.
I mean, after Legolas. Am I an actual Santa's elf?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. There's a show on Netflix called The Movies That Made Us, and then there's a Christmas version, which only has 2 episodes right now. I don't know if they're going to do more, but the first one is all about Elf and how, like, it changed everyone's idea of, like, a modern classic Christmas movie and how important it was.
And there were a lot of stories in there that I just didn't know. And hey, it works with what we're talking about because Jon Favreau directed it. And he had only directed one other movie. And it was funny. They kept saying stuff like, Jon Favreau was a nobody. And then they said, Will Ferrell was a nobody outside of Saturday Night Live. And I was like, that can't be true. And I like looked up his IMDb, and Elf was his first pure starring role. But Old School came out like a couple months before. And he wasn't the star of that. And then before that, it was like Night at the Roxbury, Zoolander, where like he had a bunch of...
And so, like, those are movies that we definitely saw at the time.
Right. But, I mean, I get what they're saying now, where I was like, oh, yeah, he's not the star of Zoolander, and he was the star of Night at the Roxbury, but, I mean, come on.
Yeah. That movie wasn't exactly a blockbuster.
Ted Comet, thanks for the super chat. Very generous super chat. The ending of Lord of the Rings is much sadder when you realize Sam will never see Frodo again, because Frodo is crossing the sea to Elf Heaven. Yeah, and Sam is going to Mortal Heaven. Yep. P.S. I like how Mando tried to use his flamethrower on Ahsoka. Good point on that, Ted. So, this is funny. people always ask me, like, or tell me, you should do Lord of the Rings Explained. And I'm just, I love Lord of the Rings. I know a lot about the movies. Like, if anyone saw my appearance in the Lord of the Rings exhibition match of the Schmodown, I did very well. So
I did very
well. I was happy with that. Like, the movies and the books, I got it. I've got it. But, and by the books, I mean The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Mm-hmm. I've read The Silmarillion, but I haven't read, like, any of the other stuff. The Untold Tales, the Letters of Tolkien. That's about as far as I've gotten with my fandom. Very excited for the Amazon Prime show. Anyway, we were watching if you've ever seen, Wired has a series called Tech Support where they have experts on, and they just did one on Lord of the Rings where this guy Tolkien Prof on Twitter, who is like a literal Tolkien professor, was just answering questions, and he explained things to me so well that I just like, oh my gosh, I get it now.
Does he have a YouTube channel, or is he just a professor?
I don't know. I think he might have a YouTube channel, but like, he talked about how Arda, like Middle Earth, when you sail off from the Grey Havens, you're not going across the sea. You were going, like, just, if here's the planet, you go, like, literally off into heaven. Like, that's where the elves are going. And I'm like, oh, that's why no one else can get there. Like, there's one path that you can take to get there, and a few people have done it after like Frodo left. That was the last boat, but like Legolas and Gimli got to do it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they are. That's where their spirits go. And so yeah, Sam's spirit is going to go somewhere else, and he'll never see Frodo again, even eternally. But likewise, that's why Arwen's choice is so important. Like, she is not allowed to go. She chooses to be mortal and stay with Aragorn. So when she dies, her spirit goes to wherever mortals go. So she gets to stay with Aragorn's spirit for eternity, but not like Elrond and all the other elves. Anyway, I had never known all of that stuff. Like, I was always just kind of curious about how you weren't allowed to go. Like, how can no one else get to... I can't even remember what... See, this is why I can't do Lord of the Rings Explained. It's not the Grey Havens, whatever elf heaven is. We were talking to our friend, though, Ashton, who was a member of Mustache Squadron, if you watched any of our streams. He can talk about the Silmarillion like he lived it, like it was his own life. And I'm like, dude, start talking about Lord of the Rings as we get into this Lord of the Rings show. Like, start building a bit of a following, and then you're going to blow up when that show comes out, because Tolkien YouTube is... there are some great channels out there already that I follow, but it's so much less competitive than Star Wars YouTube. Like, if you start making content now...
And I feel like he has a good storytelling voice that... Because, like, I don't know, Tolkien history is even more convoluted than Star Wars. Like, way, way more. So you could easily be put to sleep by someone telling you about Tolkien stuff.
Yeah, he's very energetic when he talks about Tolkien. Anyway, that's I can't do it.
You got super
I would love to talk
about.
about.
Talked about Tolkien.
Huh?
You got super drunk one night and talked about Tolkien.
And it was very entertaining. Like, I don't have it in me. I don't have enough knowledge about Tolkien. I just know that I like it. And it's like, I like that fandom more than casually. It's like, I would say the MCU is my casual fandom, where I'm just like, yay, a new Marvel movie. And I go watch it and I'm like, that was great. And then most of them
And we don't have to talk about it
right,
online.
Don't have to talk about it. I never really think about them again until I watch them for an Inner Geekdom Schmodown.
Yeah, that's true.
But for the most part, I'm just like, that was a lot of fun. And I don't know anything about the source material to be mad about. And I don't read anyone's thoughts on it. Those are just for me. Colton Roberts, thanks for another super chat. Do you think that Jason Syndulla will become a Jedi? And if so, does he join Rey's order? Also, you guys are the best. I love your content. Thanks, Colton.
Thank you. Jason Syndulla. I don't think he becomes a Jedi.
The epilogue again hints that he was force sensitive. They said something like he was gifted just like his father, or I can't remember the exact wording, but
I feel like I have the stream on in my office again.
Oh, can you hear me?
Well, I hear the music.
It might be coming out of my headphones.
Oh, that's probably it. Yeah, but like, same question as Grogu, I guess. Who's going to train him?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the unfortunate thing about knowing what happens with Luke's academy. It's like, yeah, I would love for Jason to be trained, but not by Luke.
Unless there was a bunch of students that got away.
I saw someone suggest that what if like Luke and Ezra and Cal Kestis, like all of these, and Ahsoka maybe, like all of these survivors, maybe they go off and start their own competing schools for Jedi, kind of like Hogwarts and whatever. Like that there's choices that you have, but
Is there?
I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to happen, because then it makes everything that happens in The Force Awakens and beyond a little less important.
What's the other choice besides Hogwarts?
The one in America? I forget what it's called. It had a silly name. Not that Hogwarts isn't, but I don't know. We were watching The Crimes of Grindelwald and good old Schmodown studying.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Harry Potter.
But there are multiple schools. Oh, like in the Goblet of Fire, there's 2 other schools. Beauxbatons.
But well, yeah, I know those, but like, are those
Beauxbatons.
the same as Hogwarts?
Same idea. They're magical schools, but they don't like...
Okay. One is all girls and one is big tough guys.
Uh-huh. Big tough boys.
Yeah.
Big strong boys from Bulgaria? It's not Romania, because that's... I had that Schmodown question.
Croatia?
No, that's what I said. I said Croatia.
And it's... Yeah, you were wrong.
Yeah. Durmstrang. Thanks, Matthias. And a lot of people yelling Durmstrang at me. Caleb Nall, thanks for the super chat, just says, song suggestion, Rilo Ken. Is that like a song that exists that we can listen to?
Well, we can only listen to like royalty-free stuff during the stream. If that's what he's suggesting.
I don't know. I'm just looking to see if... Oh, this is a song. Okay, I'll check it out later. I'm adding it to... There, I'll just like it so I know to come back to it. Thanks, Caleb. I'm real bad, especially when you don't have anywhere to drive. I'm real bad at discovering new music. And when I drive, I tend to listen to a lot of podcasts anyway. But
well,
we were looking at our Spotify wrapped up things of like, here's what you listened to this year. And I was like, same thing as every year. Good job, Alex. Way to expand your horizons.
Mine was mostly new stuff, but it was also just...
It was all new Lady Gaga.
It was just Chromatica. That's it.
Your top 5 songs were just like the first 5 songs on the new Lady Gaga album.
I said it shortly after that album came out. I feel like that album got me through the beginning of lockdown or whatever, because it came out, I forget when it came out. It was like...
Had to be April or May.
Yeah, it was in May, but like the Stupid Love and Rain on Me came out a little earlier, and I had that to look forward to. And I just remember just like putting that album on and being like, I'm just gonna listen to this on repeat and not think about the world. And I did it.
Nice.
And so that's my top. Those are my top songs on my Spotify Wrapped year Wrapped thing. But there's also some other new stuff on there. I'm listening to Miley Cyrus's new album.
You've been listening to Miley Cyrus's old album.
Yeah.
I just heard you listening to it.
Because I like it.
I wish YouTube's streaming functionality had the ability to highlight comments the way StreamYard does. That's such a nice thing. But some 201st South Riders just says Gaga.
Yay!
For you. Dan23, there is supposed to be music on in the background. If you can hear it, it might be.
Well, we can't hear it.
No, we can't hear it. It's just playing on my PC, so it should be coming through the desktop audio. If there's no music on in the background, I can turn it up a lot, or a little. But I don't know. Dennis Lofgren, thanks so much for the super chat. I really want a Clone Wars style show set in between episodes 8 and 9, starring Rey, Finn, Poe, Rose, and Kylo. I would love more time with those characters. Man, that's the tough thing about in between The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. I feel like there is a lot of stuff that could happen, but it's only a year gap. Mm-hmm. Not that people always ask stuff like, how did so much happen in the Clone Wars in only 3 years? And it's like, well, Star Wars has never really been that concerned with time. It's just a really eventful 3 years. So it could be a very eventful 1 year as well.
I just hope maybe one day we'll get a live action continuation of that story, like after episode 9.
People say the music is soft. I'm going to turn it up a hair. Okay. It's just some soothing lo-fi music.
Don't have to explain yourself to me. This is so complicated. This little freaking green head has so many little tiny pieces, and none of it makes sense. Who do I call?
I realized.
Okay, now I can definitely hear it.
Hold on.
Make sure that's not too loud.
I'm sure people will tell us quickly. I realized that I had turned my own Spotify down. Yeah, I don't think a live action series with those characters is likely.
Not a series.
Oh, just any movie or something. I think books, comics, animated. I think continuing on after episode 9. I don't think it's going to happen with the same actors. Not for a while. I think they all want a break.
Sure. That's allowed, I guess.
Well, it's like Star Wars now is a big old franchise, and it's like they didn't know what they were getting into in 1977. Mm-hmm. And then in 1999, it was like, okay, well, we're only doing these 3 movies. Now, like, every movie franchise is a franchise, and it's like, we're going to sign you for 10 movies or whatever, like Captain America had to do.
Yeah. But look how rich he is now.
He was probably doing pretty well before that. He was already Johnny Storm? Johnny Blaze is Ghost Rider, right?
No. Johnny Blaze, because you talking about Fantastic Four?
Yeah, but he's Sue Storm's sister.
But he turns into fire. So Blaze makes more sense.
He's the Human Torch, though.
Oh. I don't know.
I'm sure someone's going to help us out in chat again. But yeah, I think it would be fun to get those stories, but I'm not counting on it anytime soon. But yeah. I've been wrong about literally everything in The Mandalorian, so who knows what I don't know anything.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Captured command post is a good trivia question. And I say that because I know I used to know this and I don't think I know it now. What was the name of Peleon's Star Destroyer in Thrawn Treason?
Is that the one that I read?
I don't know, which one did you...
The one with Padme in it?
No, that was Alliances.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something like the Defiance or
Sounds
something Imperial sounding.
Sounds like a good name. They're all named after angry things.
Well, now I'm going to try to find out because I'm impatient.
This beer is good. The one critique I guess I have, and it's like a really nitpicky critique, is that the label on this can is like matte.
Yeah.
Finished, and so when I pick it up, I'm like, oh, this is warm, but it's not.
It's just a sticker.
But it could be colder.
And the Star Destroyer was the Harbinger, but I did not know that. And I see some people knew it in the chat. I also see that Francesca Del Arca says the USS Saratoga, which is incorrect, but I know what that's from. It's from Star Trek IV, The Undiscovered Country. It's the first ship that encounters the whale sounds, I think. Schmodown. Schmodown training. Marlon Rando, thanks for the super chat. How did Terran Malicos know how to bleed his crystal? Is that something the Night Sisters would teach him? I don't know that he knew.
Maybe he didn't know what he was doing.
I would say that I think the reason his lightsabers are red at all are just to be like, hey, we want to make sure you know that this is a bad guy. Like, I think that's all they were doing in the game. Stuff like bleeding your lightsaber crystal. Comic readers know about that, and like the diehard Star Wars fans, but most people don't. Most people that played that game were just like, oh no, he's got red lightsabers.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. So I don't think they were specifically trying to like, I don't know. I don't think they were thinking about bleeding when they made that character and made his lightsabers red. That said, I guess I don't see that as something that would be all that hard to figure out. And maybe he just heard about what the Sith used to do and how they made their lightsabers red. Like, I don't see that as some big, huge secret that would have to be known. So he probably just heard about it and decided he was going to do it too.
Why not? Man,
damn it. Dan23, you're right. The whale probe is not on Star Trek The Undiscovered Country. It's from the Voyage Home.
Ooh,
I got the number right.
So wrong.
Undiscovered Country is 6. Oh. I'll just have to shut down my Star Trek Explained channel.
Shut it down.
I always think it's funny. Anytime I mention my enjoyment of any other fandom, they're like, Avatar Explained. And I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, we don't have time.
I mean, also, I just can't. Like, even something that Battlestar Galactica, I don't think I love it, but I don't think I know enough to just talk about it. Indiana Jones, I feel, A, it's kind of related to Star Wars. B, I'm trying to use that as an excuse to, like, get into more Indiana Jones stuff, because I didn't read those books growing up. It's nowhere near the level of my Star Wars fandom. Honestly, you know what? Screw it. Like, I know less about Indiana Jones than I know about Lord of the Rings, so... And I'm still doing indie explained videos, but to me, that's more of a personal journey.
Yeah, and it's giving you something fun to research that isn't Star Wars.
That's been something where I've been looking into one thing, and I go like, oh, I didn't know that, and then I read that comic, and so that's been fun. Battlestar Galactica Explained and Confirmed, says Reefton and Francesca. Buffy confirmed. I still say someone could do that. Someone could probably do that. Maybe. Who though?
Maybe. if I don't know. if I hadn't have started that during quarantine, I don't think I ever would, because like there was a time where I just like did nothing, but I think that was because I was feeling depressed and I didn't have the drive to do anything.
Well, I do understand I understand very well that if you start doing something like that, it could turn into something where it's not just, I'm watching Buffy for fun.
Yeah, that's true. Like that was kind of my deal with photography. I did it for fun, and then people were like, you should be a wedding photographer, you should do this and that, and I was like, that makes it not fun anymore. Like taking something that is a hobby and then trying to make a job out of it is kind of dicey.
Yeah.
It can be.
Morgan Tucker, thanks for the super chat. What's your opinion on all the Windu theories? Oh, Mace.
I don't see those theories at
I don't
all.
really either. I guess I'll see them on Reddit occasionally.
I don't go on Reddit.
Yeah.
I know better.
Yeah. I like Reddit. If you are subscribed to the right
r/aw is like the only place I would go.
It's the only one you sub to. Yeah, I don't know the fixation, but whatever. Like, people like the character. If they want him back, that's fine. I don't see it happening. I like one of the things going around now is that he could have been the one. Like, he gets thrown out the window, and he survives, and he runs back to the Jedi Temple and saves Grogu. Like, that
way.
seems like a lot.
He's going through a lot.
And everyone always goes like, oh, I mean, Jedi have survived worse falls, and there's all those cars. He could land on a car or grab onto one. But he looks dead before he's thrown out the window. Like, he is not screaming anymore.
That's morbid, but okay.
Well, he's not. He's like, he stops screaming, and he's just being electrocuted, and then he's thrown out. So, I mean, he could have been faking. And there's always the Darth Maul of it all. Mm-hmm. That, I mean, he got cut in half and fell a long way, and he's fine.
Sure.
But I'm just never, even though I know that it can be done right, Darth Maul is maybe the best example of it. You can bring a character back from the dead, and it can work. But I think that usually it doesn't. So
yeah.
It's not something I'm like...
Darth Maul worked because of his anger. And his hatred and his anger was kind of what kept him alive, I think. And I mean, if Mace wants to come back as a bad guy, maybe, but...
That's a really good point, actually. So, yeah, Maul survived because he was a dark side user. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, what you said is spot on. Like, to cheat death, to survive, keep your consciousness, be part of the Force, whatever, as now we do know that Mace Windu has, because of the Rise of Skywalker, to some degree. That is a light side ability. The dark side can't do that, and this is coming from something that Sam Witwer has said, which is being telephoned through from Dave Filoni. But like, the dark side can't do that. Mm-hmm. So that's why they are so concerned and so obsessed with living forever. And if they do die, then they might cheat death, kind of. They might cling to a mask like Momin, or a book like someone in The Mighty Chewbacca and the Forest of Fear, mm-hmm. which is a kid's book that was surprisingly good. Or like something that I, as an adult, was like, this is great.
This is great.
This is great. Where is that? I don't know. And Darth Maul survived through his dark side hatred and anger, and it's possible, like, Mace Windu could go dark side to survive, and like, I'm sure people would talk about the fact that he developed this form of lightsaber combat that like tapped into the dark side without actually using it, and like, I don't know. That's too much. But that would be interesting if he came back and was bad. Like, to me, that's more compelling than just, nope, Mace Windu's still alive.
Yeah. Oh man, this is the eyeball. I'm at the eyeballs right now, and it's complicated.
Let me know if you need help, but you're doing great.
Okay.
What's up, Kylie Petrano? Thanks for the super chat. Stuck at work, took a wine bottle out. Someone today, Alex, I really hope you win. Schmodown, I assume. So, what's been the hardest question you were asked in a Schmodown? Okay, I think I got mine. Do you know what yours is?
The hardest question? I guess Sereno. That's the only 5-pointer that I got right.
I mean, your other 5-pointer, the Redemption. What was the name of that Nebulan B frigate?
But I didn't get it right.
No, I know. No, she's not asking what's the hardest one you got right.
Oh.
Just what's the hardest one. And I thought that was very hard. I thought it was hard for the Schmodown. Like, that made me rethink, oh, snap, the question writers are going a lot deeper this time. So I thought the Redemption was hard.
Dang it, I made this wrong.
I think the hardest question I've been asked in the Schmodown is, what's the name of the character, the Imperial officer that tells Vader that holding Princess Leia is dangerous. I did not know that man. I mean, I assumed he had a name, but I didn't. I don't think I'd ever read it once. And that was at Celebration 2017? Wait, Chicago 2018.
Yeah.
Chicago.
That was in Chicago.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Wait. No, that would have been 20. What is time? It was last year, 2019. That's right.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. That's another one that made me like, take notice at what the Schmodown writers were doing. The hardest question I think I've been asked on ever, like in a competition, is probably at Dragon Con when they asked us to spell Thrawn's full name.
Yep.
Apostrophes and all.
I liked that one.
But I love telling that story because A, everyone's like, oh my god, because you know how ridiculous that name is. But B, that reminds me, Daniel also made us try to spell Akoba's name, the Tusken Raider that attacks Luke. But his first name was like like the noise that he makes with apostrophes and everything. And he was like, spell that. And none of us thought of Akoba, which he is named in the From a Certain Point of View book. So he made us all do that, and he said, and I also would have accepted Akoba. And we were like, Daniel, I hate you.
Daniel?
But for Thrawn, at Dragon Con, we did that trivia challenge. He tried to make us spell his name, and then the next day I got to interview Timothy Zahn. And I was like, can you spell it? And he did it no problem, of course. But
He had to write it a few times, I suppose. Gosh, all right. Let's...
Dan23, thanks for another super chat. Any canon ship not pictured you would like to see? I'm always a fan of the E-Wing. Although that one looks a lot like a Battlestar Viper, but I like it. Really anything that's in the X-Wing Minis game, if they bring it back.
Got eyes.
Hey! The E-Wing, the K-Wing. Technically the E-Wing is canon, but...
What's the jumbled together ships called?
The Uglies?
Yeah. I like
some of those have popped up.
Fine. I don't know Legends that well, so as you may have been able to tell.
Say the TIE Phantom.
The TIE Phantom.
I love that ship. It kind of breaks stuff because it's a tiny starfighter with a cloaking device, but it doesn't go into full production just like anything. Like, that's the whole oh, the TIE Defender's about to come into the Star Wars squadrons, and it's like, well, that never entered full production. It's like, well, I guess they had some lying around.
His little cheeks. Little Lego cheeks.
Charles Grubb, thanks for the super chat. Did you two nerd out as much as every Clone Wars fan when Ahsoka switched to reverse grip?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did.
We
love
both
that.
went, oh, she means business now.
Uh-huh. That definitely felt like you know what, you're done. Like, I'm going back to the old school.
Yep.
I really liked that. I want to make sure she got her second lightsaber out of the water.
I'm sure she did.
I'm sure she did.
I think she had him on her belt at the end.
I feel like I see the levels over there, and I feel like I'm blowing the mic out just a little bit, so I turned myself down.
Stop yelling.
I'm not yelling. You're yelling. You should be yelling. You're quiet. Tim Peterson, have I ever watched the canon saga in chronological order? Yes. For the first time, I think. Usually, like, I'm a big proponent of release order. Just, I don't know. I'm a creature of habit. But to mix it up for studying for the Schmodown Spectacular this year, I watched them in chronological order. Including the Clone Wars movie. Although if you're also throwing in... Oh, you're probably throwing in, like, Rebels and the Clone Wars and everything. No, I just did the movies. So not everything. But, yeah. Red Tornado 98 says, thanks for the super chat, and sorry to disappoint you, Alex, but I really like the Hobbit movies. That doesn't disappoint me.
Oh, that shouldn't.
I don't mind. I think that as they go on, they get progressively worse. But I really love the first half of An Unexpected Journey. I think they nail it. It just... I don't know. The second they get to Trollshaw Forest, that's where I feel things start to falter. But everything in the Shire with the dwarves, and they all come over, and they actually do, like, the Plates and Forks song. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
is that what it's called?
God. I forget. It has a name. Like, Blunt the Knives, Scratch the Plates, That's What Bilbo Baggins Hates. But that's, like, a song from the book. And they kind of glossed over the songs in The Lord of the Rings, which is fine. They were 3-hour movies. You didn't have to add all the songs in. But, like, The Hobbit was a children's story, and The Lord of the Rings was not. And I was concerned that they would... Especially when they were like, it's 2 movies. No, never mind, it's 3 movies. I was like, oh, they're going to stretch this children's book into like a big epic, which it is not. And so when you start off in the Shire and they take the time to do the plates, the dishes song, whatever, and you do the Misty Mountain song, like, all that stuff was so good to me and so much fun. And then they got, the farther into the story you go, it started to seem like they didn't know what they wanted to do. If they wanted it to be a lighthearted kids movie, or if they wanted it to be a hardcore, like, not hardcore, but a PG-13 epic. And I was like, I wish they just leaned into one direction or the other. Instead, it feels like scene to scene, you're bouncing between tones.
Yeah.
But I do think the dwarves are great. I just love the Shire. That's like a bucket list thing of mine, is for us to get to New Zealand and go to the Shire.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
Would be nice. Must be nice. Must be nice. Speaking of that song and album, that was your top album on Spotify. The Hamilton soundtrack.
Yep.
Sorry I'm going so slow, guys. This is
Mollie's like...
very intricate stuff.
Mollie's like, it's only 2 bags.
2 bags of the tiniest pieces that are all very weird shapes.
That's true. But when you're done today, you will have built like a serious Lego set, like a set for adults. Anytime it comes with one of those stickers, look at the other sets that came with stickers: Star Destroyer, Snowspeeder, A-Wing. Just saying.
Guess I'm an adult.
You're a big girl now.
I got my big girl computer.
Big girl computer with your big girl Lego and your big girl drink. The Meg Jake, thanks for the super chat. Do you ever get to take a step back and enjoy Star Wars without being super invested or attentive into every little detail of the story? Yeah. You're getting a lot of calls.
They're all scam calls. They all want me to vote.
We're voting, I promise. Like, we get text after text and, like, email after email. Like, want to make sure you're voting. Like,
how did they get my
We already
number?
requested our absentee ballot. We're doing it. Yeah, I'm going to say yes, but sometimes it can be difficult, especially the first time you watch something. Movies especially are hard because it's not like... it's The Mandalorian... I had some concerns with Chapter 13, and I was able to... Unfortunately, I did my review really fast because that's just like YouTube culture. It's like I shouldn't even maybe call them reviews, more of reactions. But when I was like, okay, I have these concerns, but I was able to recognize that they weren't coming from the story that was being told. They were coming from anxieties about the future. So I just, I watched it again and again. I've watched it 4 times so far, which I think most of them I've only seen twice, maybe 3 times. And it's been less than a week. So, yeah, sometimes things like that pop up. And then I had, my first viewing isn't necessarily one for enjoyment, but my second and third and fourth are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just kind of the life of what our job is. And you're right, you maybe should just call them initial reactions instead of reviews. Because I think we do a better job at reviewing with our thoughts and feelings with the live stream afterwards, after we get to sit with the episode for a couple hours.
Yeah, I think you're right. Once we've collected ourselves a bit.
Yeah.
That's true. Movies are worse because it's I can't just immediately watch it again for the most part. I do need to get home and do a reaction, and then I still watch it 2 or 3 times over the weekend, but it's not like Disney Plus where I could just sit there and watch it on loop. Books and comics, I think they're the easiest to just enjoy them for what they are. And I guess part of that is the stakes are lower for the videos being made. I don't know why. That'd be interesting for me to think about sometime.
Something to ponder late at night, other than the state of the world.
Tim Peterson says he's been a fan since the Star Wars Minute days. Thanks, Tim.
Nice.
That was a long time ago. That was...
Star Wars Minute.
Did I swap
yes.
it?
That was my name.
I am Star Wars Explained.
I.
We're mixing everything together today. Was that 20... Did I switch in 2017, 2016? I can't remember.
I have no idea.
Matthew Emery, thanks for the super chat. The year is 1980. My mother takes me to see my first film at a cinema, The Empire Strikes Back. What scene did my mom put her hand over my eyes? Oh. Empire? I like this. It's personal trivia that we would have no way of knowing, but just we're guessing what the scariest part of the movie is. Or the sexiest. Okay, well, maybe she put her hand over his eyes for the kiss scene.
Maybe.
But what's the scariest scene for you? I'm gonna guess maybe Either Han's torture scene or the carbonite scene. No?
Nah. I was thinking maybe the Rancor or...
What? Empire Strikes Back?
Oh, sorry. Empire?
No wonder you...
Maybe the Wampa?
The Wampa's not... In 1980, the Wampa wasn't in that movie that much. Like, it would be... The Wampa appears, and the mama, like, tries to jump, but then he's gone.
What about the Minox?
That's kind of spooky. I'm trying to keep an eye on chat to see.
That has a jump scare in it, kind of.
But jump scares are stuff that's like, you don't know what's about to be intense. I would think that the mother would cover the eyes of a child because something looks like it's about to be intense, and Han's torture scene isn't that bad, but...
Yeah, it really isn't.
I could see them being like, oh, he's about to get hurt. I'm trying to see what Matthew's answer is.
Yeah, I don't know. And yeah, also thinking about the original release, I'm like, not really sure what was different.
Boomstick makes a good point. Luke getting his hand cut off is pretty intense.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out, but TJ Meeks, thanks for the super chat. What would you think of Mace Windu surviving, but with injuries, cybernetics, and severe amnesia?
No.
Maybe a story of him figuring out who he is.
No.
Yeah, that sounds worse to me.
I'm putting my foot down on Mace Windu coming back. It's not happening.
Yeah, it's not something I want to happen for any reason with any cybernetics or anything. Yeah, and amnesia just that would make me roll my eyes even more.
There's nothing about the character making me not want him to come back. It's just the way he died.
His death is important.
Yeah, and it wouldn't make any sense to bring him back. Why?
His death is important to Anakin and his arc. So, yeah. That's my I would much rather them bring in a brand new character than Mace Windu.
Yeah.
But that's kind of true of just about everyone. Like, I'd rather a new character than Luke. Luke is probably my second to last choice. Mace Windu would be my last choice for Grogu to reach out to. Luke, I will get on board with it, but I'm like... I would have fears of like this is going to be the Last Jedi all over again, where people are just going to yell about how angry they are. Like they're just going to argue about Luke again. And it's like whether or not I like how he's presented, I'll be cool about it. Mm-hmm. But some people won't be, and it will be exhausting. But again, that's just like I have anxieties about the fandom and like things I don't want to deal with. And it's not really about the story, so... Jon Favreau should do whatever he wants. I have no reason not to trust him yet.
All right, I might need help.
Okay.
I need pieces like this.
Uh-huh.
But that go on this.
Okay.
So they have like the hollow. 2 of those. I'm really hoping I didn't accidentally use them somewhere else. But I don't think I did.
You got this thing, which is... So these are...
Unless they're in the other bag.
They shouldn't be. Are you sure you didn't...
It's like these pieces.
Right. Are you... Yeah. So, his eyebrows have an angle to them. So just swap these out for these.
Oh. Okay. Oh my god.
Solved it.
Am I no longer a big girl?
No, you're fine.
I needed
This is
help.
part of it. This is part of it. This
I
is part of the
needed
journey.
help.
I can feel my little, like, just the thing I do every time I'm looking for a piece and I can't find it. I'm just like...
What the hell? Yeah.
I'm doing this mental thing in my head.
You just yell to yourself in your own head, like, what frack is this piece? Am I blind? Deploy the garrison.
Deploy the correct piece. Decaf Coffee, thanks for the super chat. How easily did you adjust to another actress portraying Ahsoka? Ashley has been in the role for 12 years. Do you think she lacked the acting chops? No, nothing about Rosario's portrayal bugged me. The voice, I missed the voice.
The voice didn't bug me that much, but that's because I didn't grow up watching and loving Ahsoka as much as everyone else did, so like...
I mean, we didn't, and I'll throw that in as well. We were in college when the Clone Wars started coming out.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the Clone Wars till after we met.
Yeah, we were like in college. We were getting into our first like big girl and big boy jobs. So we had a lot going on. We didn't watch the Clone Wars. I didn't watch the Clone Wars until after the first season of Star Wars Rebels. I knew who Ahsoka was, but when she came into Star Wars Rebels, I was like, I better watch the Clone Wars, and like I liked it a lot. Mm-hmm. But we didn't grow up with Ahsoka being our hero and like the Clone Wars being our Star Wars.
Right.
And I watched like the Kessel Run transmission guys, Noah and Corey, who are way younger than we are. They grew up with the Clone Wars, and seeing them react to Ahsoka is a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. But I still did miss the voice. That's about the only thing that took some getting used to for me, but I got over it.
Yeah. I thought that her voice sounded good as like a little bit more mature voice of Ahsoka. It wasn't drastically that different, to be honest. And it's definitely not that Ashley Eckstein doesn't have acting chops. It's just like that was just a creative decision with everyone involved. Dave Filoni, you know. I'm pretty sure Ashley said in an interview that she wouldn't have wanted to play her in live action.
I don't think she said that.
Well, I mean, she kind of alluded to it.
I think she just said that she didn't really know what was happening. I don't really remember what she said in that post, but I don't recall her ever saying that I didn't want to play Ahsoka anyway.
I did remember thinking it would be really cool, and I know they have the technology to mix the two voices together.
Yeah, but that would be a lot. Okay, Decaf Coffee is asking, did we think Ashley lacked the acting chops? I think it's more... I mean, I've never seen Ashley act in live action.
Me neither.
So I can't say either way. I think it was more that some characters... I mean, like, I believe they have said that Bo-Katan was modeled after Katie Sackhoff. Excuse me. Modeled after Katie Sackhoff. And they've done that with other characters. I don't think that was their practice when they made Ahsoka.
Yeah. They just got lucky with Bo-Katan.
Well, no, I think I don't know that they were planning on bringing Bo-Katan into action, but I do think that... Live action, I mean. I do think that they modeled her. They've said
gotcha.
They've said that they used Katie Sackhoff as inspiration. I don't think they did that with Ahsoka at all. I don't think that they thought that was ever even a possibility. Mm-hmm. So that would be my guess, that they wanted to make sure that there was a look. And I think Dave Filoni even said when he saw fan castings that he was like, that's it.
He was like, yeah, that's honestly a good choice.
So I don't know how much it was about Ashley Eckstein and her acting, but again, I don't even know if she does live acting.
Yeah, I don't either. We are not connoisseurs of the acting, the art of acting, as you saw from our ability to improv.
I see some people talking about the Montrols, and I'm like, just gotta let that go.
Yeah. He explained it just exactly how we thought what happened. It wasn't practical for the physicality of the action scenes with her body double. It would have looked goofy. They would have been flopping all over the place if they were longer and bigger.
It's just going to be one of those things that's, it's the difference between animated and live action. And that's, I'm having the same reaction to Morai the owl. Like, I'm still kind of like, if it's Morai, if it's supposed to be Morai, why doesn't it look like Morai from animation? But, like, Morai's an owl. So they put an owl in there. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So there's with animation, you can do whatever you want.
Yes.
There are no limitations, but with live action, there are limitations to what makeup and prosthetics can do. And I'm positive that they tried different things. I bet they tried a bunch of different looks until they found one that they were like, this looks good enough and it works for what we need it to do. So yeah, just chalk it up to, it's the same reason Saw Gerrera doesn't look like Saw Gerrera from the Clone Wars. Like,
yeah.
He has different colored eyes and everything. Major Zuma, thanks for the super chat. Much love from the Dominican Republic. Did you read the release chapters of Light of the Jedi yet? Thoughts? I'm really liking everything. Liking everything from the High Republic. I haven't read them yet because I'm kind of like, I've seen that some people have gotten their copies already. Like digital copies are going out, and I haven't gotten mine yet. My fingers are crossed. I really would like to just sit and read that book in one sitting, but my patience is running thin.
You just want to read it all at once. Like, you don't want to get past or finish with chapter 8 and then have to wait.
Exactly.
And we do get early copies of the books. We should be getting them fairly soon.
It's different for everyone. Like, that's what I've seen on Twitter. Some people have had their copies for a while. Some people have had them for a week.
You're just going to have to use your patience.
That's what I'm trying to do. But I don't know how long it's going to last, because I do really want to start reading these. And 8 chapters is a lot. Like, I could ration that out a little bit.
I've told you to start, and you're like, no, I want to wait.
I do want to wait, but I don't want to wait forever. So no, unfortunately, I haven't read it yet. I read the first chapter because that came out months ago, and I liked that. But that's it. The Meg Jake has a question for Mollie. Thanks for the super chat. Has Mollie played the Last of Us games? If so, what does she think?
I have not played them. I watched Alex play all of the second one and some of the first one. I
think you went to bed while I finished the second one.
Well, I saw most of it.
But I was up really late finishing it.
I'm still a fairly new video game player, so those games are a lot to take in. But they're great games from what I have seen.
They're some of my favorite games ever.
Yeah. I have too short of an attention span to be able to sit down and play something like that would take so long, and like I would want a walkthrough to look up. I just, something about wandering around not knowing what to do next gives me so much anxiety.
all that is playing games and realizing how they tell you where to go, but
they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. You just have to know what to look for.
I don't want to. I want to be told what to do.
They do tell you, but in a subtle way. There's no arrow pointing in a direction, but they show you.
Okay, but
through visual clues.
What's wrong with getting a walkthrough?
I'm not saying that that's wrong to get a walkthrough.
Okay, well then get off my back.
It's wrong for me to get a walkthrough. I don't want a walkthrough. I like to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't like puzzles. You know this. Which is why I've never built Lego before.
Not puzzles. Puzzles don't come with instructions.
That's true. F puzzles. They're the worst. Sorry for anyone who likes puzzles.
Psychopather, thanks for the super chat. When's the Why Frog Lady is Important video coming?
I've seen people asking that in the videos. You still have time.
Yeah. I mean, the initial reason I made the Cobb Vanth video was just because
you had a crush.
Well, yeah, I still do. It's because I wanted to give some screen time to my new boyfriend. But, well, he was a bit. He's too big.
I'm not going there.
But they brought him into the show in a way that I thought worked so well and moved Din's character forward. So I wanted to talk about that. I wasn't expecting it really to be like a series, but then Bo-Katan came on. And it was the same thing where I was like thrilled that they brought her into the show, but also how she moved his character forward. And I wanted to talk about that. So yeah, there was a week off where I didn't talk about Frog Lady because she wasn't a legacy character, but I do think she was important. So maybe I'll do it at the end of the season. Maybe she comes back, who knows? So maybe her story is not done. But, you know, I might do it.
Yeah. I don't see why not. She did have a purpose, and, you know, at first we were kind of like, what's going on here? But then we saw her reunite with Frog Man and how happy they were, and then it was like, oh, perfection.
That reminded me so much of, I need to find this quote from, I think it was the Gallery, the first season, but Taika Waititi talking about how Star Wars isn't serious, but it takes itself seriously. And I love that. And that's like one of the best illustrations of that, because we're watching these two frog people like run to each other and hug and reunite, and it's so touching and so wonderful. And when you sit and think about it, you're like, this is the goofiest thing ever, but it's moving me. Like that's what Star Wars does.
Yeah.
So I really love that quote.
Lovely.
SFC Pruitt 101, thanks for the super chat, says, I like turtles, with a shrug.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Turtles. I'm almost done with the well, I just finished one ear. I'm working on the other ear.
Ray Mueller, thanks for another super chat. Thoughts on Ahsoka's comments about Grogu and Mando's relationship? Is she saying she won't train him because his connection to Din is bad, like the dark side, or that Din needs to be a part of it?
I think it's that Din needs to be a part of it, definitely. And we all know her checkered past with the Jedi Order. She probably has a lot of mixed feelings about the Jedi in general.
Not to mention Anakin, specifically.
Yeah. And, yeah, I didn't take that as... What'd she say?
Is she saying she won't train him because his connection to Din is bad? Or that Din needs to be part of the training?
Yeah, I don't think Ahsoka thought that their connection was bad, because Ahsoka had a connection. Grogu found out a little bit about his past, realized that Grogu has a stronger attachment to Din, and he's a child. So I think in Ahsoka's mind, she's like, you guys should stay together. Yeah. But Mando, if you're so set on Grogu living out the rest of his life being trained as a Jedi, take him to this ancient place and let him decide for himself.
I really love that. The let Grogu choose his destiny. Yeah, I don't think she thinks that their connection is bad, just that it's dangerous for a Jedi.
Yes.
And I think maybe she, like, my hope is that his destiny maybe isn't to be trained, and that it is to be, well, I don't know, I don't want to say that. Like, I wouldn't mind if he were trained and, like, became a Jedi one day. I hope Luke doesn't train him, because I don't want him to die.
Well, that's the thing, though. It's the idea of being a Jedi, being trained as a Jedi, it's changing over time.
Sure, yeah.
For Rey, it's completely different. It changed for Luke. It changed for Ahsoka. She says she's no Jedi, but like Dave Filoni said in that interview, everyone associates her with the Jedi.
And she didn't have that. A lot of people, myself included, thought she'd have that moment in The Mandalorian, and she didn't.
Yeah.
And I think she does view herself as a Jedi. Yeah. Kind of like we were joking about Gandalf the White earlier. He's like, I am Saruman. Rather Saruman as he should be.
Yeah. And so, just like how a lot of this show is about Din Djarin discovering what it is to be Mandalorian, maybe Grogu discovers what it is to be a Jedi.
Aw. That's cute. Well said. I'm going to run to the bathroom.
Okay. I kind of have to pee too, but...
Okay, we'll trade off here.
Getting really profound and philosophical with our chats. So I'll show you guys what I got so far, because it's really cute. I got his little eyeballs and an ear that goes like up and down. Cute. Oh, I'm old, Gandalf. 500 viewers? Is that right? Hit that like button, guys. Yeah. Hit it, smash it, delicately tap it, whatever you guys want to do. I guess I'll wait for Alex to get back before I read some more super chats. But thank you guys so much for hanging out for so long. We've been going for an hour and a half. I'm determined to finish this tonight.
You better hurry.
I didn't read anything new. I figured I'd wait for you to get back.
Chase Hauser, thanks for the super chat. Are either of you worried about Mando offering such epic plot lines or characters, even though we might not see any of the spin-offs for a long while? Love you both. Thanks, Chase. Yeah. I don't know, though, because people are talking about like this Boba Fett series or mini-series or whatever that is gonna... this is all rumors, but they were saying that it's going to come out before The Mandalorian Season 3.
I don't know. The rumors, honestly... Agreed, Hilo. The rumors for me have gotten to the point where there's so many coming out all the time that it's overwhelming to think about. And, like, I don't mind talking about them for people asking questions, but for the most part, I generally ignore them.
Yeah, we kind of just don't assume anything is happening until it happens.
Yeah, and like, I mean, Helagrito put out a video today about what it would have been like if there were no leaks, no one had any idea of Ahsoka or Bo-Katan being in The Mandalorian, and how amazing that would have been. I think about that all the time when I think about rumors and leaks and stuff. But It's the rumors and the leaks are what get clicks. So there will never be a time where that's not a thing on the internet.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is that, who knows whether the Boba Fett stuff is true or not. But it also, if it is, it's very possible that there's this series happening that we had no idea about that has been filming for a while, I assume, if it's going to come out next year, if that's true.
Yeah.
So it's possible that maybe they've been filming a bunch of stuff and we just don't know. I feel like that would be hard to cover up, but who knows?
Be interesting.
Also, we don't know if they are spin-offs. It could be part of this main series. Again, who knows? Ray Mueller, thanks for another super chat. I share your disappointment with the Hobbit movies.
They were just
They're fine.
too long. Like, for them to make that story into 3 movies.
2 I was on board with because they were like, we're going to pull from the appendices and stuff. And I was like, great.
Yeah, 2 would have been perfect, I think. But
3 was too much.
Someone like me especially, who I have a really hard time with super long movies, and when things get drawn out way more than they should be, I was like, ugh.
Look, the Battle of Five Armies is a chapter in the book, and Bilbo is unconscious for most of it.
But I mean, that's what sells movies, is like scenes from battles like that.
Oh yeah, like people were so after like Helm's Deep and the Battle of Pelennor Fields and stuff. Like people were, let's get a big long battle in there, because both of those are great, but they're also, I don't want to say understated, but they are compared to the Battle of Five Armies, where it's just like wave after wave of weird creature, and like it's just too much. It could have just been men and elves and dwarves fighting goblins and orcs and whatever, and it's just, oh man. It bummed me out that they were like, we're going to take this one chapter, and that's not the whole movie, obviously, but it's most of it. Stuart J, thanks for the super chat. Do you think Din could find a hidden planet of Grogu's species, then settle down there for the rest of their days? Kind of like Agent Callus and Zeb.
Aww.
I'd love that.
That would be adorable.
That's been my hope, is that Din goes for the home world of his species ultimately, and not the Jedi, because to me, we know, like, Din, it's very much the eyes and ears of the audience. Like, he was raised very sheltered. He is learning a bunch of stuff, and we get to learn stuff along with him. We know a lot about the Jedi already. What we don't know a lot about is Yoda's species. And even this idea, I'm still like, oh, I don't want them to reveal too much. I don't want to learn too much. But at least it's all new to us, as it would be for Din as well. So, yeah, I think that's possible.
Anything is possible.
SFC Pruitt 101, thanks for another super chat that says, yet again, I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Maybe they just like to hear us say that.
I'll say it every time. I like turtles.
Turtles. Phil VE, thanks for the super chat. Started a Star Wars Facebook meme page in 2018 and hoped for a community like this one, and now I have almost 20,000 likes. Thanks for creating inspiring, great fandom. I'm glad that's going well for you.
Memes always do well. I didn't post them often enough, and I should, because you can never go wrong with a good meme.
I was laughing with Eckert's Ladder because I think he makes very good thumbnails, but he will always message me when he likes my thumbnails, and they're always meme related. And so recently I did a video, by recently I mean like a month or two at least, I guess it had to be 2 or 3 maybe, about why Din doesn't know about the Jedi. And the thumbnail I made was like that guy going, "Guess I'll die."
Yeah.
And I slapped a Mandalorian helmet on it. That video's doing so well and it is kind of annoying me.
You know, I said this early on. I was like, if you would just put more memes in your thumbnails.
I know, but like I do it when I think it's appropriate and funny. But that video is doing so well, and I'm like, I work so hard on some of these other videos.
No one cares.
And then I put a meme on this one, and that was one where Eckert Slatter was like, great thumbnail today, bro. And it just like, especially as the season started.
He's just looking out for you.
I know. No, I'm not saying anything. Just anytime Eckert Slatter tells me I made a good thumbnail, I'm like, oh god, this one's gonna do well, and it's so goofy. Dan23, thanks for another super chat. Top 5 droids in Star Wars animated shows. Chopper.
AP5.
Animated. I'm trying to exclude like 3PO and R2, like your mainstays.
R2KT?
Oh, that's a good one. They're in live action too, but I like that. I believe they were in the Clone Wars first.
What's the little one? What's the little one voiced by Seth Green?
Oh,
Cad Banes.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Justice for him.
He got rebuilt. He's fine.
Yeah.
Damn it. What's his name?
Ooh, stumped him.
I'm looking in the chat for the answer. Oh, it's not Zero. It's... Oh my god.
Stumped
Someone
him.
help. I had like droids in my mind, and now I can't think of any. I was gonna say the other one in Rebels that Chopper, like they abduct one from an Imperial base, and then it starts to become friends with them, and then Chopper doesn't murder him, but does shove him off the ship. Tito, thank you.
Tito.
Thank you, Noah.
Named after vodka. That's how you can remember.
Or Toto?
Toto?
Toto.
Oh, never mind.
Toto,
Toto, like the dog from...
T-O-D-O. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right, Noah. I saw yours in all caps, but... yeah, Toto's a good one. As goofy as the D-Squad arc of the Clone Wars is, I don't remember this droid's name, but...
Alright, I'm about to start the last bag, but I gotta pee.
Okay, there's a droid that, like, gets messed up the whole time and then sacrifices itself to save the other droids, and that one needs some justice, too. Cam, thanks for the super chat. I don't think any Jedi will show up on Tython, to be honest. Gideon might pop in to make their lives terrible, though. I am with you. I don't want any Jedi to pop into the show. If that's what they go for, I'm on board. I'm happy to do that, but I really like the idea that Ahsoka is trying to tell Din, like, hey, you need to let your kid choose his own destiny, and it might not be the Jedi. Like, I really want Grogu to choose Din. I think that would be awesome. I don't necessarily believe that's what they're going for right now. She seemed to hint pretty strongly that a Jedi would show up, but she might also just be like, you know, a Jedi might. Or he might choose you because you are a father to him. I think that would be great. And I think it would be a good way to end the season for their relationship to continue evolving. At the end of season 1, Din is like, yeah, I'll take care of this kid. This kid is my mission, my quest. I've been quested to deliver this child to his home. But at the end of season 2, he might be like, nope, he's my son. And we're going to be together forever, and I love him.
Who?
We're talking about
Cobb?
whether or not any Jedi will show up on Tython.
Oh. I think it would be pretty crazy, but I mean, we've gotten the mention of Thrawn, we've gotten Ahsoka, we've got Bo-Katan. I think it would be cool to have a Force Ghost.
A Force Ghost, I think, would be cool, because then I'd be like, okay, great. Like, we're not bringing in a bunch of other characters. Again, I've said this even earlier today, just that this series is very busy already. And right now, I don't think it's too busy, but it's got potential to go that way fast.
Yeah.
Throwing in a Jedi to the mix is a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, speak of the devil, Grant GA, thanks for the super chat. When is Eckert Slatter joining the Friday streams? Not this season, because we hate him. So, we joke all the time about starting fake beef, like fake YouTube drama.
Yeah. You already did it with Templin with the Boba Fett bet.
Yeah. No, I love Eckert Slatter, and the stuff with our Friday streams.
We actually, I mean, we'd love to have him on, but we have the rest of the season already kind of scheduled out.
Well, yeah, and I was going to say that the point of the Friday streams was to do some stuff with friends that we haven't ever done anything with before.
Yeah.
Sticker! So we have a lot of friends in the podcasting community.
How's this going?
That's not even, you're not on that step yet. Getting so excited. I get to put the sticker on.
Jeez. It's going to look awful.
So, anyway, we were trying to do stuff with people that we just haven't done things before with as much. We still had like Force Center on because they are just wonderful, wonderful people. Mm-hmm. Eckert Slatter, I recently did an episode of Com Chatter with.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you gotta bring that back.
I know, it's just been too busy. I have some people I'm very excited lined up to do that, but just I've been covering The Mandalorian so much.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be better in January when things are a little bit slower, and I'll have like the extra couple hours to play Squadrons and talk with people.
Yeah.
But that's not going anywhere.
When's the next Operation Ace?
The open invitational is on the 30th. So that's one for everyone to enter.
That you could talk to some of those teams.
That'd be fun, yeah.
Talk to Whiskey Squadron.
That's a good idea.
I'm sure Sean Sullivan would love to be on.
I think that's good. I'm just saying I don't have time to just play Squadrons. That's what
I know you don't right now.
Well, when The Mandalorian is over, I'll probably be bringing Com Chatter back. But yeah, that's a good idea. Ben Potter, thanks for the super chat. I'd be down with a Maz Kanata series. She's 1,000 years old, so there could be lots of interesting connections from different eras. Also owns a bar. I think that would be a really fun...
I've always bring up Maz Kanata in the way that, yeah, she could be in almost any story at this point.
The episodes could all start in her bar. Like, it could be before The Force Awakens, so we're on Takodana, and she meets someone new, and she tells a story, and it can be basically an anthology series. Mm-hmm. And every episode could be a different story, just something weird. Or it could be every season is a different story, which would still be weird. I think that's a really fun idea. I like anthology stuff a lot, because if one episode or one season doesn't work for you, it's like, well, next season might. Mm-hmm. Kind of like True Detective. Season 1 was amazing. Season 2, a lot of people didn't love. Yeah. And then season 3, I was back to loving it.
Yeah.
I'd say the same about American Horror Story, but you seem to love, like, all of it.
I didn't like the circus season, although I never finished it. But most of the other seasons I liked. Apocalypse, I was just kind of meh about.
Lawrence Fletcher, thanks for the super chat. That was weird. So in the live chat, it was me taking a drink, and then out
And
of
then
the
I
corner
did
of
it.
my eye, you took a drink and like put it down at the same time I put mine down. And this is bizarre. Lawrence Fletcher says, "Can Togrutas get their Montrols cut like humans get their hair cut?"
Oh dear.
I hope not.
I
like,
don't think so.
at least in the case of like Leku for Twi'leks, like those are their brain tails. So I don't. Although there have been cases of them like being hacked short and they're
Yeah.
fine.
Ugh.
But no, I think that that's just a difference of animated versus live action interpretation.
Yeah, I don't think Ahsoka got her Montrol's cut.
They're just shorter. And honestly, like, who knows? They might be longer the next time we see her in live action. If she gets her own series, they might be long again.
Yeah, they might have a bigger budget to
They might have the technology
do
to make.
to do it. And honestly, like you had talked about, you thought at first they might be digital.
That is what I
her
assumed that they
Montrals.
would do.
But I'm so glad they weren't. I don't
We-
think I would like digital.
We keep talking about how good they look from the back. Like, they look real. It's from the front that they look a little iffy. I don't know.
honestly, the more I saw them, the more I'm like, yeah, they look great. They look a little shorter than what we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, also, animated Ahsoka is basically like, I don't want to say she's built like a Barbie doll, but like, animated characters are very tall.
I mean, think
very
of like Asajj Ventress.
Yeah, very tall, very thin. Their faces are very long and angular. Like, there's just not a person that looks like that. So
there. Oh, Matthew Emery, thanks for another super chat and for the answer we were all dying to hear. The scene that his mother covered his eyes for was when Vader had his helmet off in the chamber. I've absolutely no idea what she thought we'd see.
Oh,
Thanks, you guys are the best.
that's funny. Vader's gonna be
it's
naked.
creepy. It's a little creepy.
He's gonna be naked.
If you don't know what
Naked head.
that is right off the bat,
Yeah.
you're just like, it's a little bit gory, a little jarring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially because you got Piet there, and he's like, "Oh, God, what am I looking at right now?
Yeah.
A thumb of a head."
Accurate. Ray Mueller, thanks for another super chat. Excuse me, Alex, but Cobb Vanth is my boyfriend. Well, why is he hanging out over here?
Why does he live in our house?
Why is he right here? I don't know how to get him into the shot. There we go.
Ah,
Get out of here.
his hair hit my hair. His hair cannot be contained. Also, he's got a hole in his chest.
That's true. It came damaged, but they sent me a replacement that I have yet to set up.
How's this go?
Is that the back of his head now?
I think so, yeah.
You're getting so close.
I'm so close. I might need... Well, I got some...
Rick Villanueva, thanks for the super chat. Hey y'all, what Star Wars food would you put on a pizza? I'd take that chowder hose and just... The chowder hose made me intensely uncomfortable.
So you'd put it on pizza?
No, I'm joking. Improv with me. There's so few foods.
Pallies. I'd put pallies on pizza.
But what are pallies? They're fruits of some kind. You're a pineapple on pizza kind of person, aren't you? I am. I like it.
Don't you go there. Pears are in Star Wars. I'd put pears on a pizza.
That's like one of the... You're getting really gourmet and bougie with your pizza. I don't know if there's a...
I'm not putting bone broth on my pizza.
I thought about that too. It's like everything I can think of is liquid.
Like, you dip it in bone broth. Maybe if the crust has the cheese in it and you dip
Melon fruit, like Meleron fruit. But everything's either a fruit or a liquid.
Yeah. Or like a fried gorg.
I guess I would just put like some shock, because that's pretty good at Galaxy's Edge. Just get some meat.
Oh yeah, the shock. Is it shock ribs?
Shock ribs.
Or coddy ribs.
I can't remember. One of them is ribs, and then one is like a roast beef, basically.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm hungry again.
Don't put Mailerun on the space pizza. And I'm being called a Sith Lord by Josh for putting pineapple on pizza. Oh, Tip Yip. Oh yeah, Tip Yip's chicken. Yeah. I'd put buffalo Tip Yip on my pizza.
Delicious. It sucks that like we still have so many leftovers from our Thanksgiving feast that we made, and like I've been wanting nothing but like burgers and pizza and just everything that isn't what we already have.
SFC Pruitt, I'm glad you're having fun. Mollie, Alex, I like turtles. He always puts the shrug emoji in too.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
I like turtles. That excites me. That you're excited. That we're excited about turtles.
Jason Phillips, thanks for the super chat. Recently reread all the Legends X-Wing books and would love to see a canon retelling. Do you think there is room in the timeline for one? Disney Plus, maybe? Yes. I'd love it. I'd love it so much.
I think there's room for it. I may or may not read it.
Well, pilots aren't your thing. They're my thing.
Yeah.
So.
But yes, I think there's room for it.
I think there's plenty of room for it.
Didn't Michael Stackpole say he'd be happy to like come back and write?
Oh yeah, when I got to he was like one of the first authors I got to interview in 2016, I want to say. And I was so thrilled because I also adore the X-Wing books.
He was very thrilled.
So, yeah. And he was like, I would happily write some more pilot books, and I would love for them to ask him to do so. But yeah, a Disney Plus series about pilots would destroy me. I don't know how into that the main Star Wars fandom would be.
Do we want to see Trapper Wolf, the Trapper Wolf spinoff?
Yeah, I do. Trapper and Carson just being, it's like Chips, but in space.
Trapper and Carson being best friends.
Or Brooklyn Nine-Nine or something.
Yeah.
Outer Rim Crimes. that now I'm like I'm going down a rabbit hole of like Troops, the Cops parody fan film that came out in like 1997. The only thing I am iffy about on that is that I would want Wedge in it, if at all possible, and I also don't want to recast Wedge. I tend to be against recasting by default, but it's one of those things that it's like, I just need to accept it, especially going forward. Like, it's probably going to happen more and more.
Yep.
I'm not against recasting. It's just whenever they announce it, I'm kind of like, oh.
Meh. That's a sound I think you make in your head. Meh.
That's what I sound like all the time internally.
Meh. Are you actually 80 years old?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Ken Knapsack is known as the grumpy one. I can get grumpy about things. I tend to.
I'm allowed.
I can be grumpy.
I can be grumpy.
I tend to work through it, but whatever. Josh Mansfield, thanks for the super chat. Is Mos Espa raising Rada since they have a hut? Do you mean Mos Pelgo? I'm trying to think of Mos Pelgo Mos Espa with a hut. I know Pelgo does, at least according to the Aftermath books.
That might be what he's referring to.
I'm not expecting them to bring that up. I mean, like, I don't blame them for not bringing it up in The Mandalorian, because it's like, okay, that's not what this is about. That's not what we're doing here.
Yeah, we're not bringing up the Hutts right now.
And they could have, like, had a Hutt in the background for funsies for all the book fans. Mm-hmm. But then everyone else would be like, what's that Hutt doing there? Like, it would just be distracting.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume that Mos Pelgo is still raising their Hutt. I'm trying to think of Mos Espa if I'm missing something, though. Okay, yeah. Josh meant Pelgo. Yeah, I don't know that that's going to get touched upon again. It would be fun if maybe the Mandalorian book that is coming out, maybe it's about Cobb Vanth and whatever he's doing. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, they went over his backstory with Mos Pelga. Is that right?
Mos Pelgo?
Yeah, Pelgo. They went over his history and backstory with that town pretty quickly, and I don't think that there's much else to tell.
Yeah, I mean, Cobb Vanth came into the story because he was an excellent instrument to move Din's story forward. Mm-hmm. They nailed it better than I ever would have guessed that they would. So the Hutt didn't play into that.
Yeah. But everyone was I liked how everyone was kind of speculating that that's why they mentioned the school, and everybody was like, no.
Right. It works. Like, we can just be like, no, the Hutt's in the school. Yeah. That's where Malakili is, too. Is Tristan Peterson still here? I know Tristan loves Malakili. That's all the kids and the Hutt and Malakili are in the school.
Yep.
Phil VE says that my ideal cosplay character exists now. Gene Guy.
We did talk about how he was going to show up in future conventions and such.
I cannot wait to see. It's going to be like the new pink shorts guy. Mm-hmm. That cosplay is always fun. Ready Player 3 says, man, I'm still getting used to Goku. I mean Groot. I mean Grogi.
We still have 500 people watching. That's what I talked about that while you were in the bathroom, but that's way more than we normally have for Lego Stream, right?
A little bit more, yeah.
And it just dropped under 500.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That's what you get.
I'm sorry. But yeah, crazy. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching.
Yeah.
I know you're waiting very, very patiently for me to finish this. Trying my best.
Someone says that Bombastic is better than we are. And
At what?
I love Bombastic. He's not better than us at Squadrons, I'll say that. But I also love Andrew, so anytime someone says stuff like that, like, okay, you know they're my friends, right? Glad you like my friend.
Just agree, then.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree. No,
Bombastic has...
agree to agree.
No, yeah, Bombastic has a better voice than I do. I love listening to it.
I don't...
He's Australian. You know him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If it's Australian, it's better than anything.
Yeah. Like, come on. I just always laugh.
I also need to learn the Australian accent.
Oh, I thought you were going to say just Australian in general. I've got to learn Australian.
I'm not dumb. I just, for my Twitch streams, I have one of my channel point rewards, if I choose to put it up on said stream, is like if I cuss, I have to then talk in an accent of someone's choosing, whoever uses their channel points for 10 minutes. And so I did that a couple of times while I was playing Little Hope. And British I'm pretty comfortable with. German was hard. Reefton got me through some of the German. But I still need help with that one. But I was like, hey man, this is helping me get ready for improv whenever we can do it again.
Yeah. It just always makes me laugh when people, I don't know, think that there's some sort of competition between all the Star Wars YouTubers. It's like, we're literally all friends. We all like each other. No one cares.
Some people care. Maybe, but...
Well, I mean, some of their fans, like, I think have this...
Sure. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, most of us know each other, and most of us like each other, and it's like... are they being serious, or are they just...
No, I don't know.
Kidding?
I'm just having fun.
Now's your time to bring up that drama that you had with Ecker's Ladder.
I just hate him.
It's just the worst.
Ladder is the worst.
He thinks he can just have more kids and people will like him. And he can just not work as much.
He thinks he can know so much about law and say insightful things because he's a big fancy almost lawyer. Or was he a lawyer? I can't remember.
He thinks he could just take a break from YouTube to take care of his kids.
A family. One of my I've told him this story, but we were looking at something on YouTube and we saw one of his videos in like the suggested, and it was about the Executor or the Ravager or some Super Star Destroyer, and he had like highlighted it red, and Mollie thought it was like a clickbait arrow taking up half the screen. And she was like, look at that! Oh, it's a Super Star Destroyer, I got it.
I was like, what? Who does he think oh. Alright. That makes sense.
John Booze, thanks for the super chat. When we see Luke next week, will he be dating Mara Jade? JK,
oh my God.
Got you, scared you.
Got you, scared you.
Man, like, I like, part of me wishes there were still room for Mara Jade, but the longer we go in the new canon, I just don't think it's going to happen.
I think, I've said this before, I think we could get a version of Mara Jade that's very different. I don't know if creators or fans would want to do something like that, but I think it would be cool if we had a version of Mara Jade that didn't have anything to do with Luke.
I mean, I think that kind of has to be how it is now.
Yeah. I mean, Luke's story is done unless they go back.
I mean, there's still gaps that they can fill in, but I just don't know if I see Mara Jade playing into it.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I think there could be a way Mara Jade could work into it, but I think she would be independent from Luke. I don't know that her story would touch his. But.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's basically what I said.
I'm agreeing with you. Every Star Wars YouTuber likes each other except for me and Mollie.
Yeah, that's true. Because he tickled me.
You're constantly sassing me.
Oh.
I heard your wrist pop.
My bones are old.
Ray, thanks for the super chat. What's on the schedule for your Twitch streaming?
Good question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play Detroit
Become Human?
Detroit Become Human. I have it downloaded. I don't know anything about it really, but I'm going to play it soon. Although it will not be my first stream back since early November. I'll probably hop on Animal Crossing first to just like get back into the feeling of Twitch, and then I'll start on Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, I haven't streamed in like 2 weeks. It's just like Mandalorian has eaten up so much time. I think once January rolls around, when things are a little slower, we'll probably get back into it.
I mean, we definitely will. It's just...
Yeah, I mean, we'll just be able to set a more consistent schedule. And right now, it's just completely random of like, oh, all of a sudden I have some time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to play a game, but I still need to finish Resident Evil 2, and then I can play Resident Evil 3. But I kept like starting games. I almost beat or 100%ed Mario 64.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stopped that for Squadrons, and then I started playing Resident Evil for Halloween, and then I stopped that for Spider-Man. So now I need to like work backwards and go beat Resident Evil 2 and then beat Mario 64 or something.
That's nice. You can keep your jump scares on for a little while longer.
Yeah.
I don't have any more spooky games to play.
Miss is being completely stressed out. I mean, it was fun, but RD Film says they missed the Twitch streams too. I'm gonna do it, and I think I might just move all gaming streams there. I don't know. Like, I just seem to have more fun on Twitch because it's already a little difficult to keep up with chat while you're gaming. And I mean, chat here on YouTube is just a lot busier than it is on Twitch. So I might just move like gaming stuff over there, and maybe when the Lego Star Wars game comes out, we'll do that there. John Pesic, you need to live stream chess. It like came back into my head. I was like, man, I used to play chess all the time when we were watching Queen's Gambit. But I was never good at it.
I'm terrible at chess.
I do like chess though.
Well, especially after watching Queen's Gambit, I was like, no way I'm playing chess after this.
RD Films is Mono. What's up, Mono?
Oh, I should have known that. That's what his Twitter handle is.
Oh.
Durr.
He says, why would you expose me, Reefton? Josh, the original Star Wars Rogue Squadron is still my favorite in 64 game. Loved your playthrough episodes last year. Thank you. Yeah, that's a great game. I've always loved pilot sim games.
Mm-hmm.
I could go back through those. I have all of the old X-Wing games.
Did you not do playthroughs of those?
I did one for Rogue Squadron, but not of like all the X-Wings.
Oh.
And I got that flight. I need to use that flight stick.
Yeah.
Now I got it for Squadrons because I wanted to be fully immersed, and then I got used to the controller, and now I'm too afraid to go to the flight stick because I don't want to be bad. I need to just play through the story using the flight stick.
Yeah, I mean, Eckert Slatter does it, so... And he's terrible.
I mean, he's great. I'm like, I don't even want to make a joke about that because Twin Sun Squadron, that was the most stressed out we were that entire Operation Ace tournament. Like,
that was rough.
I never want to play them again.
and then you guys got knocked out in the very first round.
That's a different tournament.
Well, still.
And yeah, we got pitted against the people who won the thing. They were very good, and we barely lost to them. But
just saying, you lost.
Sass. So much sass all the time. People say Eckert's beef. I'm gonna have to message him and just be like, hey, we were talking a lot of fake stuff today. And yeah, Boomstick said Eckert is the Baron. He did get the most kills by like 4.
Only because he was trying desperately.
If I'd have known,
to win,
I'm glad I did.
Which I think he admitted to, right?
What, that he was just trying really hard? Yeah, like they were all trying to go for the superlatives.
Yeah.
And we were just trying to win. Captured Command Post. Thanks for the super chat. Have you watched the Star Wars Phineas and Ferb? No, we haven't yet. Now it's like this is becoming a thing where I'm ashamed.
I mean, we're just too busy.
Yeah, I know, but they've been asking us to watch. People have been asking us to watch that since before. The Mandalorian came out. And we just
Really?
dragged our feet. Yeah. We dragged our feet, and now there's no time.
I'm almost done, you guys. We're getting somewhere. What are you looking up?
I still had Nightbot commands turned on.
This whole time.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Go check out Pink Milk. I just didn't want people to be confused. Josh Mansfield is trying to use the Force on us to watch the Phineas and Ferb. I know, everyone has been telling us to watch it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's such a fresh take on Star Wars parody homage episodes. I assume that it's good because everyone keeps telling us how good it is.
Yeah, must be. If it's not, we'll
We're
say
gonna
so.
yell at all of you.
Immediately, we'll be like, it was terrible.
How dare you? This isn't a complaint because this has been a wonderful stream and I'm having a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
But I think we have put to bed the question of who builds faster. That was a big debate
I don't think
for
so.
the past couple weeks.
This has been a tough build, this head.
I'm just proud. Your first
It
set.
doesn't sound like it. This has been the most complicated part of this entire thing.
Mollie at the start was like, it's just 2 small bags. How long could it take?
Stop.
Doom for Zombies, thanks for the super chat. Did you guys get the Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar?
Why did you say that like that?
Because we did. I was trying to like build up to it, and then it wasn't where I thought it was, and I had to go searching. But yeah, we did.
And we're gonna get the day 1 and 2 out after this. Or, yeah.
First 2 days, because I didn't do yesterday. I figured maybe every Wednesday, along with whatever our main build is, we could also build the new Advent calendars, and we'll just build a lot of little fun things. Joe Costa didn't know says Alex probably cheats by putting on the fast build red brick. I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. Is that a cheat code?
I have no idea. Maybe it's for Lego Star Wars. And Harrison says, "Is this set going in Mollie's office?"
Yes.
I think it should.
I built it.
Also, I have no room.
I will make room.
And also, it's Grogu.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go with all the other Grogu stuff.
He's my Grogu.
Well, most of it anyway. Mollie's got like a tiny little
Grogu.
Mollie's got a tiny Grogu shrine behind her, but this is my office, so she needs some Grogu stuff for her office. It's just not enough.
I need some.
There's not enough in there. Okay, it is a Lego Star Wars cheat, the red brick.
Ah. Interesting.
Rainman says we should do a Grogu count. I don't know if that means like how many times we say it or just figure out how many Grogu things we have.
Does that include apparel?
Yeah.
Oh no. I have quite a few shirts.
We certainly have more Grogu stuff than we have Biggs stuff, and a travesty.
Well, if they made more big stuff, we would have more big stuff.
Yep. I don't know what is so marketable about this little Grogu. If they made baby bigs, they'd be flying off the shelves.
Oh boy.
Little baby with a mustache.
There's no doubt about that.
Rick Villanueva, thanks for another super chat. You've taken your first steps into a Lego world.
I think if I were like single, living on my own, I might build Legos. It's kind of relaxing. But I have you to build them for me.
Yeah. I still have the Lego NES, and I got that to build it on the...
I forgot we had that.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I got that to build it on a Twitch stream, because I was like, hey, we should do that, but not a Star Wars thing over on Twitch. And I just haven't found the time to do that either.
Maybe we can do that like around Christmas.
That'd be fun. I think we're probably going to do a lot more streaming in January, because it's that month for everyone, every YouTuber, that's just like a rough month.
But High Republic.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be stuff to make videos about, but like for everyone on YouTube, it's just it feels bad coming off of December.
Sure, yeah. It's a slow going month. I liked this beer.
I did too.
I don't have a rating for it. I liked it. I'm bad at rating beers, so.
I am too. I don't have anything to really compare it to.
Yeah,
but it was
a lot of IPAs kind of taste the same.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. And Nate, if you're watching, thank you so much for sending them.
Yeah.
We have 2 more downstairs. Maybe we'll have them Friday. Caleb Nall, thanks for another super chat. Which comics do you recommend? I just got the last Darth Vader comic and I'm finishing up the Lando one on your recommendations. Get anything by Charles Soule. Which it sounds like you might have already started that. So the Charles Soule Darth Vader comic and the Lando 5-issue miniseries is great. His Poe series is pretty good. It's not on par with those other series, I don't think. I think I'd say the same for Obi-Wan and Anakin, which is also by him. His new Star Wars run I've been enjoying a lot. Dr. Aphra is probably my favorite ongoing Star Wars comic that's still going. That one's a lot of fun. I'll say Dr. Aphra. It sounds like you got the best Charles Soule stuff under your belt, so check Dr. Aphra out. But if you want to do that, you might need to start with the Kieran Gillen Darth Vader series as well.
That's how they get you.
Josh says that my Ahsoka video, why Ahsoka is important video, he wanted to hug me since I came around on chapter 13. Like, I try to make it clear, I never disliked chapter 13. Like, I liked chapter 13 way more than like half of season 1. But it also just like flooded me with all of these like fears and anxieties and just, I don't know if this is putting us down a path that I want this show to be on, but that's not up to me. It's not my story. So it's okay. But I'm glad that people are glad that I'm coming around to it or enjoying it more. What have you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek answering Caleb there. All the canon Darth Vader comics are worth the read. I agree. Thrawn Del Rey is also correct. I guess if you want to read Dr. Aphra, it's like opening up a big can of worms because, yeah, you might want to read the Kieran Gillen Darth Vader series to get her introduction. But if you're going to do that, you probably want to read the main Star Wars run because that, like, weaves in and out as well. So, yeah, that's kind of diving into all the comics. Olioscar, thanks for the super chat. You guys heard any Star Wars lo-fi remixes? I have that Spotify playlist. It was that YouTube thing that was going around a while back. What's it called? By Closed on Sunday. So the artist is Closed on Sunday, and I saw they had like a video going around on YouTube that people were saying this is great, and I listened to it, and it's very relaxing. But they have a bunch of other music that's not just Star Wars. They got some like Avatar in there, some Animal Crossing video game remixes, so they do a lot of good stuff.
You got ahead.
You did it.
Gotta build his little ball. Don't show him off yet.
Okay.
He's not ready. I don't know how I want his ears to be. Sorry. I'm getting sidetracked.
No.
No.
Oh yeah, you can turn it all the way. Oh, cool.
Don't you break it.
I'm Mollie. Whoa.
Stop.
So you got to build the ball and the stand.
Yep. Do you want to do the sticker?
When the step is here, yeah.
Okay.
Engage Helo Squad. What is he doing?
He's probably asleep on the
I
bed.
guess he's taking a nap.
He's gonna be sleeping on the bed, and then we're gonna get done with this, and he's gonna go nuts.
Yeah, he'll need some outside time. It's probably freezing though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's talk about Georgia weather for a second. It was like in the 70s a couple days ago, and now it's freaking freezing outside.
I'm just looking at the ball. I like the ball.
You look like I'm doing something wrong.
No, I'm just
Look.
admiring your craftsmanship.
Sticker time.
Okay, I'll do the sticker.
Wait. I have to build the stand.
Oh my god. I just want to look at the ball. It's so weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Like, why did... Oh, I guess they needed to... Okay, I get it.
Does it need to rattle?
No, it needed something to attach it to his hand. Rick Villanueva, thanks for another super chat. Have you read the High Republic story in Insider? I haven't, because I'm not subscribed to it. So I need to do that. It's like I do want to read. Like, part of me is getting some anxiety about not reading some of this stuff in publishing order if it comes out. Like I've played the Galaxy's Edge VR game, and that had some High Republic stuff in it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I do want to read this short story before the books come out because it came out first. None of it matters, like the publishing order, but I don't know. I get weird about that. Bondo7, what is freezing in Georgia? Minnesotan asking.
Oh, well.
I mean, when we say freezing, I think we mean to the point where it theoretically could snow.
Yeah,
below
like
32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, literally freezing water temperatures is freezing for me.
But I'm sure that's normal for Minnesotans.
If I need to put on leggings under my sweatpants to go outside for a walk, then it's cold. All right, here you go.
Finally.
Sticker time.
I'm gonna put this sticker on so straight.
Where's the baby? Is this him? He goes on here, right? I think he does.
I did that pretty good.
Pretty good?
Pretty good.
That's not great. That's pretty good.
I'm taking him with me.
Stop!
He stays here now.
Is this the right Lego piece for this set? Or do we have another one?
I think they're identical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like we have one that came with the Razor Crest too.
Yeah, sticker. What are your plans to do after this? I don't have a show tonight.
I don't know. Well, I gotta finish editing the Q&A. But I'm almost done with that. You didn't put the ball in his hand.
It hasn't told me to yet. Wait, what?
Huh,
Oh, yeah, it did.
interesting.
You shut your mouth.
Yolhong lives in Georgia right now, and and the temperature has been dropping like crazy. Yep. It went from
That's how it does in Georgia. Like,
it went from 70 to 30 immediately. And like we got some patio furniture.
can't use it now.
Yeah, and we couldn't use it before because it was either just
Too
scaldingly hot.
There was like a couple of days where we used
Yeah.
it, and it was lovely.
Yep. Anyway, now it's just outside where we don't go anymore.
I mean, we have a hot tub, but we don't use it enough. I don't use it enough. Sorry.
I've been using it because it helps my allergies. Yeah, our house, whoever had the house before had a hot tub. And it came with the house, and now hot tubs are a pain. I'll just say that. It's a lot. I think you did it.
I think I did
I think you
it.
built a big old Lego set.
There's the sign.
You want to hold him? Do you want to hold him up?
Uh-huh. Da, 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 da. It's a little baby Yoda.
You hold him closer.
Ta-da! Look at all the detail. Make him do a little twirl. Look at all that. Why? You can put his ears down. And you can move this hand, and you can. Oh! You can move this hand a little bit. The ball spins.
Okay. I'm gonna open this now.
I didn't drop him.
Good job.
That's honestly probably why so many people are sticking around. They're just expecting me to drop this little guy, and I'm not gonna.
I was like waiting for you to put him down, just to make sure. The tape on various Lego boxes, I don't know. I always find it very annoying. Just let me open it. I am hopeful that we get to find Christmas sweater Poe Dameron very quickly. I want him. Alright, there's 2.
1.
And here's 1. Okay.
He opened 2 before 1.
I just poked it so I knew where it would be. So these are hard because the... Oh, you're just gonna... Hey!
Oh, did we find...
Yeah, it's Poe. These are... Well, the instructions are...
Oh. What?
The instructions are on the door.
Oh. Well, I think I can build Poe.
Oh, you're gonna build Poe? You've been building this whole time. And now you're gonna take Christmas sweater Poe.
Here.
I wanna build something. I like his little Christmas sweater.
I know you do.
Why does he look angry in one of these faces?
Because he's trying to get other people in the Christmas spirit. Or in the Life Day spirit.
I like that he has a coffee mug and a blaster.
Which one am I going to use today?
Don't you talk to me before I've had my calf.
Aww. That is adorable. I don't know if this is gonna focus or not. Look at him!
Oh man, this is like... This is on the opposite side of all the light, so...
Beep beep. You've been getting all kinds of text messages. I bet it's Eckert's ladder. What?
Heard you were talking crap. It's go time.
He really does look strange holding a giant coffee cup and a blaster at the same time.
I don't know why they gave him the blaster. That seems unnecessary.
Yeah, especially for this set. I guess in case Darth Vader comes for his sweatshirt instead of the one that Vader comes with. He's got to defend himself.
I do like that this like ties into the Lego Holiday Special.
Yeah, it says we get a code. Hold on.
That's for the new game.
So when the new Lego game comes out, we have a code on this box to play as Vader in the holiday sweater, which is almost worth buying
It's
the
the
whole
dream.
thing.
Let's be honest. I feel like this is now that no one can see what I'm building, I'm just hovering behind a box. And then eventually a tiny A-wing will pop out. This isn't maybe as entertaining as I thought it would be.
Do you want to switch places?
No, because I'm done.
Oh. What are all these extra pieces?
Just in case.
Okay.
Boom, A-wing.
You might be too close.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Yay! Where do we put this?
I don't know. Well, it comes with like a little
Yeah, it's got like a
play set, so put them down on that. Oh, okay.
Those are
Should I plop Baby Yoda on?
No. These are way less destructible.
Uh-huh.
This is not to scale. These two little guys.
No, they're not.
This is.
Oh, man. Okay. We're going to wrap up this stream. We got everything built and done, but Colton Robertson in one last super chat. Thank you so much, Colton. As someone who got married 2 months ago, it's so nice to watch you guys and know that my wife and I will be sassy like you one day. #goals.
You can be sassy right now.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Be sassy all the time. Ow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to smack you that hard. It just
wasn't that bad.
it hit the right spot.
Hit the meat.
Mm-hmm.
It's never too early to start annoying your wife. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out on another Wednesday night to finish another set. Fortunately, another Mandalorian set is coming out soon, so we'll try to get a hold of that one. Keep things thematic every week. But we are going to say goodbye and good night. Hope you all had a fun time and have a great rest of your night. And may the Force be with you.